When I was choosing where to study for my master's, the two most important criteria for me were work opportunity and post-study visa. After hours and hours or weeks of research, I came into conclusion that Germany would be the best option. In this video, I'll present to you the 5 very important reasons that convinced me to study in Germany, which is the best decision ever. Because of these 5 reasons, I was able to afford studying in Germany, and this also allowed me to find a job after studying. If you want to know, then hang out with me. So hi friends, this is Ailene. If you're new here, welcome. I create contents giving insights and tips on studying, working, living abroad, and of course traveling. Last time I gave you tips on how to find masters in Germany taught in English, and if you haven't seen that, please check that out and click the like and subscribe button if you think that my tips are useful. In this video, I'll give you 5 very important reasons why you should study in Germany. And stay until the end, because the last 2 reasons should matter the most for international students and should weigh hugely when selecting where to study. Germany is not really a popular destination to study for Filipinos. We tend to go to Canada, US, Australia, these countries. But what they don't know and should be valid reasons of why they should consider Germany as an option is that number 1, public university has low tuition or no tuition fee. In general, the student fee could be from 150 until 450 depending on the university, but on average, let's say 300. With this 300, you already have a transportation ticket where you have unlimited access to the public transportation, and that is very valuable. So imagine that as a student, you're paying 160 euros for 6 months, and for a regular person, 140 euros per month. In addition, to put into context how cheap or affordable studying in Germany is, here is a tuition fee comparison. Needless to say, of course, there are many factors that come into play, such as place of the university, degree that you want to do, but the main point of this comparison is that Germany is affordable in comparison to other countries shown in these figures. I was shocked when I met international students like me who are paying a fraction of the price. On that note, yes, I went to a private university. I paid around 22,000 euro, which is an average price for private universities. Here in Germany, of course, there are more expensive ones, but what I paid, I think, is still affordable in comparison to the countries that I showed you before. So there are around 300 public universities and 100 private universities here, so you have a high chance of entering a public university. Second reason why you should study in Germany, there are plenty of scholarship grants. I also didn't know this before. I had 4 classmates that were scholars of DAAD. With the scholarship, they receive allowance, they don't have to pay tuition, they receive really a lot of benefits, even a German language course. I'm not actually very familiar of how it works, but I asked them before. They said that the application process is pretty easy, straightforward, and uncomplicated. Check that out. DAD offers a lot of scholarship grants. So consider subscribing to my channel so you get notified whenever I have a new video, because I plan to interview my previous classmate regarding the application process for the DAD. So third reason of why you should study in Germany, and one of the most important reasons you should consider. There is a great opportunity to work and study at the same time. If you're a commoner like me, let's face it, studying abroad is costly even though you go to public university. As an international student, studying while working is very crucial for us so that we can afford to live abroad. Good news for you, Germany is a student-friendly country. We are allowed to work 20 hours per week as a student. There are a lot of options or job opportunities here for student. You can work part-time in a service industry like cafe, restaurant, hotels, or even as a babysitter. They get paid from 9 to 15 euros. Let's say on average, you get paid 10 euros per month and 10 euros per hour, and then you work 80 hours per month. So that's 800 euros per month of salary. And if you, let's say, work in a restaurant, you also receive tip. I know a friend, she works in a restaurant and she receives around 300 to 500 euro per month of tip on top of her salary. So you can work in companies or in a school. This is very common for bachelor students on their last year and master students. Approximately, the salary is 12 euro to 18 or 20 euro, depending on the industry and the position, of course. IT, healthcare, and bank pays quite well, so they get paid 15 euros on average. So let's say that you get paid 12 euro. 12 euro per hour multiplied to 80 hours of work per month, so that's around 960 euros per month. My point here is that you can really survive as a student in Germany because you'll earn enough to cover your basic necessity or expenses. Fourth reason, post-study visa. This is one of the most important condition or reason why I chose Germany. Make sure for you, when you're choosing where to study, you have to consider the requirements and eligibility on how to stay in the country after your education. I mean, most of us want to stay, right? Who doesn't? So usually, once you completed your studies, you have to shift to a post-study visa, or what we call here in Germany, a job-seeking visa. A job-seeking visa allows you to stay in the country 18 months after your graduation to seek work, of course, after you fulfill the requirements. So in my point of view, this is a sufficient amount of time to find a job before the country kicks you out. This was one of the main reasons why I selected Germany, because they have one of the longest post-study visa and the requirements are pretty achievable. While other countries, let's say Switzerland, only have like 6 months, or Netherlands like 1 year. Imagine, after you finish your studies, you won't even have time to celebrate your accomplishment because you have to think of your visa, you have to try to find a job. 4 months or 1 year is literally like a blink of an eye, especially if you're looking for unemployment and the amount of stress is pretty high. That's why Germany is extremely attractive for international students because they offer 18 months post-study visa to secure a job. So fifth reason, and reason that should matter the most for you. Germany has high employment opportunity and easy working visa application process. As I have mentioned before in my previous video, Germany provides great employment opportunity because it is one of the strongest economy in Europe. It is home to global companies such as BMW, Volkswagen, many healthcare companies such as Siemens, Braun. So there are really a lot of great opportunity or job opportunity even in English. This is the second key reason of why I chose Germany, which is the best choice ever because after I finished my education, I was able to find a job within 1 month after my studies, even without speaking German. And probably one of your questions is how easy it is to apply for a working visa. From my experience, it is actually pretty easy. There's not a lot of fuss. It's like applying for your student visa. The only difference is that you need to have a job contract. An additional value, or probably a reason that could convince you why Germany is attractive for students. It is in the best location to travel around Europe. Germany is located in West Central Europe, so it is surrounded by countries such as Austria, Switzerland. This is an added value for people like me who loves to travel. That concludes my video. These are the 5 very important reasons why Germany is the best place for international students. How about you? What is important to you when selecting where to go abroad? Let me know down below in the comment section. I know I made it sound easy studying here. I've also had my struggles because I don't speak the language, but it didn't really hinder me while studying or working because most people speak English, and as I've said, there's plenty of companies where English is their main mode of communication. Did you find my tips useful? Or if you have any question, you can comment down below or you can message me in my Instagram account. Please consider subscribing to my channel so you'll get notified when I give insights and tips on studying, working, living abroad, and traveling. See you next time.